When we were the corps officers at Morley Corps in Leeds, there was at the end of the road from the quarters a row of shops. There was a hairdresser's, a newsagent's and a greengrocer's. But there was also another place that was totally different from the other three. And it seemed like it was open all day long. But nobody seemed to be in charge of it. When you went in, there was nobody there to serve you as a customer. You just served yourself. And it was open from first thing in the morning until late at night. In fact, at one stage, I thought it was open 24 hours a day until one evening after pubs when I noticed something. It just looked as though nobody was in charge. It was just there. And all day long, people would arrive, often carrying quite heavy bags. And they would go into the shop and sit in the shop and then come out carrying the same bags an hour or an hour and a half later. It was just there. When you got closer, you could see that it was full of green-coloured machines. And people would go there to use the machines. And they would sometimes drop their stuff off in the machines and then go shopping somewhere else and come back later. There was no actual evidence that anyone owned that shop. In fact, if there was a village idiot, and I may have met one or two people who could have qualified, he probably would say that no one was in charge. It was just there. There's no evidence that anyone owned it or placed it in that situation. It just stood there doing something that seemed to be terribly useful day after day. But on the occasion that I finished doing the pubs on a Friday night, one Friday, I saw that flush to the back of the shop was a door that opened where the door had the same wooden panelling covering it that the rest of the wall had. And through the door came a man who carefully made sure that everything was right. And he emptied the money from the vending machines and he topped the equipment up in the vending machines. And then he got a mop and he mopped all around the floor. And then he got a cloth and he cleaned the inside of all of the machines that were in there. And then just as quickly as he came, he went back through the same door, closing it behind him. And the moment he walked through that door in the panelling, he answered two questions. The first question was this: is this shop an accident? No, it isn't. And the second question, is this shop owned by anybody? Yes, it is. The man is either the owner or he has been sent by the owner. By entering the shop at that time, he proves that the shop is no accident. The message of the Christian faith, and particularly at this time of Advent, is all about the birth of Jesus Christ, the Saviour of the world. And when he came onto the scene in Bethlehem, he answered the same two questions. Is this world an accident? No, it isn't. There is someone behind its existence. And number two, does anyone own it? Yes, either him or the one who sent him. Hebrews chapter 1 and the first two verses says this: in past times, God spoke to our forefathers many times and in various ways. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom he made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being. Joy to the world, the Lord is come, let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. God bless you.